Yo, what is up guys? Today we're going to be breaking down the insane match of Sentinels versus Cloud9, the reigning champs from the latest Halo Championship Series Grand Finals. We're not just going to be reacting to it like most other channels. We're actually going to go in deep, break it down, and pick out tips that could help you also beat Cloud9 one day. Might not happen, but we're going to get you as close as possible. Alright, and as you can see on the screen, the 4 matches that we're going to be reviewing is Oddball on Recharge, Slayer on Streets, Capture the Flag on Aquarius, Strongholds on Streets. And obviously you can see 3 more matches here, but Sentinels took this championship in 4-0, so we're only going to be discussing the first 4 maps. Now, let's jump in to see how Sentinels took down Cloud9 in Oddball Recharge.
Welcome to Halo Infinite Tips and Tricks, hosted by Assassin RFP.
And just a quick disclaimer, I kind of pulled a clown move and recorded this video at a lower quality, so this is only going to be the first out of the 4 games, and I'm going to be bringing you the other 3 games very soon at a higher quality, one that you deserve. So, without further ado, let's stop with this clown shit and get back into the video. We're going to be starting off by taking a look at Eco's perspective, who is on Cloud9, but at this point in time, Cloud9 has established dominance of the oddball and is holding it in gold. Alright, as you can see, Eco, throwing some nades, creating space, keeping the enemy back, putting some shots, and then boom, getting bait and switched. Classic Halo technique. Classic. Let's take a look again. So what happens? Royal 2 decides to come in first, challenge him, and put shots. Once Royal 2 has like 2 or 3 shots in him from Echo, then Lethal comes in while Royal 2 was backing up, and they both decide to double team him. Essentially, if Royal 2 wanted to keep backing up so he's completely out of harm, if he was truly one shot, he would have done that, and that's kind of the essence of the bait and switch. One teammate comes in and starts the engagement, and the other one comes in and finishes it off. Both roles are precious. Just because one gets the kill doesn't mean the other one was ineffective. And another tip that I wanted to highlight here, as you can see, Snakebite is over here on top gold. And what that means is that as Lethal and Royal 2 were pushing in from the bottom, Snakebite was coming in from the top and getting the kill on the oddball carrier to have the map awareness of where your teammates are and if they're engaging and pushing or not. Then you could make the decisions, for example, in ranked, to have callouts to be like, okay, let's push now or wait for me. Or if there are no callouts because nobody has mics in ranked, you know how it goes. You could just be the one that maybe you spawn first. You can make the decision to wait till your team spawns and starts pushing and then push with them. Another tip right after this one, told you this was gonna be a jam-packed video. Royal 2 is about to pick up the oddball, and is he gonna hide in a corner and hope he doesn't get shot and loses the ball? Or is it gonna be more useful to his team? Looks like he went to gold window. Snakebite is still in top gold, as you can see, and I believe Lethal is still in bottom gold, so he's covered. He could have just stayed safe, but he decided to peek out, quick peeking out to gather information, make callouts for his team, and this is helping so much because you have to realize when you have the objective, that means your team is down 1 player shooting at the enemy, so they're always going to be outnumbered in fights. So the best thing you could do is not be dead weight. Obviously you're holding the objective, getting points, but you could do a little bit more. Call out. You're in rank, nobody has mics. Ping. Do whatever you can. And in this case, he's also quick peeking to make sure he's never overextended, because if he starts getting shot, he's already on his way back into cover. And also, another benefit of this is that if he did see a few one-shots that his team's fighting across the map, as you can see over there by Camo, C-Pit, he could have easily just dropped a ball, pulled out his BR, and got in a kill or 2. This just gives him all the options. And now in this clip, we're in Penguin's perspective, another player on Cloud9, and we're going to see how Lethal and Snakebite work together to take this guy out. Simple. One throws a grenade, the other one pushes in at the exact same time. And this is definitely a team play because while the other one comes in shooting, it forces Penguin to not be able to just turn around and run away. So being able to guarantee the damage with a grenade while having in Lethal come in and force the engagement locks him in position and guarantees your team the kill. And another tip is that they're knocking Penguin out of top gold. They're not letting Cloud9 establish any kind of dominance. Alright, And this next tip, Lethal just picked up the sword, which was dropped at top gold, and he just got a call out that there's going to be an enemy player pushing from long haul, meaning towards his right. Knowing that the enemy is going to come from long haul, he doesn't exactly know where he's coming from. He has the sword out, is ready to turn the corner and be able to beat somebody down if they show up right in his face. But once he sees that they're not there, he puts it away because he probably thinks the engagement is going to be longer range than a sword can be. And he is right. I'm sure at this range he could have definitely used the sword, but having the BR out also gave him more options. Maybe there was a team in Whirlpool or a top 8 currently, he would have had more options to shoot without having a second of hesitation because he had to switch his weapon. And they have the map awareness of when power weapons and power-ups, like the active camo in this case, are gonna spawn, which is literally in 0 seconds. It's spawning right now. He also knows one of his allies just died there, so he knows that it's contested. So what he's gonna do is bounce a grenade right in front of him so it bounces right over the camouflage. So this is going to guarantee the damage, the kill, and picking up the power up. And in this next clip, Frosty's over here, the man with the maneuvers, because he knows every little cheeky jump spot. Super cheeky little jump. And I don't know why there's actually polygons that let the grenade bounce back on you like that. Definitely should be a flat surface, in my opinion. But 3D rendering aside, Frosty definitely threw a grenade at himself and it blew up. Now, what I like that he does here and what I wanted to highlight is that he doesn't panic, right? He's not trying to overcorrect his mistake by running away or pushing forward to try to shoot to kind of make up for the damage that he lost. No, he's just, throwing grenades, creating space, shooting the plasma grenades. That's another tip. You can shoot them if you didn't know to keep the enemy from being able to rush in. Letting his shields recharge all the way up, and then getting aggressive. And that's the stuff that wins rounds. Don't panic, don't overcorrect, and be as useful as you can even when you're at a weak state and even after a possibly huge mistake. Later on in the second round of the oddball match, we have Royal 2 taking damage. He does have camo, but even with that, he's not overcommitting and pushing. He's really taking his time and making sure his shield's recharged, giving him patience, and that actually gets him a kill because the enemy team does not expect somebody there, and obviously they're distracted by other players in control. Next clip, we have Frosty using the shock rifle. It's a great weapon and a power weapon that should not be overlooked. I can't tell you how many times in ranked matches it just goes untouched. It's truly a power weapon and deserving to be picked up. And even if you don't land all your shots, maybe you hit a body shot, it's still a good combo to follow up with the battle rifle. But the real tip that I wanted to highlight here from Frosty is that, as you can see in the top of the screen, his health bar is pretty much non-existent at this point, so he runs and looks down. This is kind of a classic tip from Halo, but if you didn't know, if you look down, your character from the back puts his head down, making it a smaller target for the enemy to hit while you're running away. So although ultimately he gets taken out here, that is a tip that I really wanted to highlight because I know a lot of people are newer to Halo Infinite and just really don't know that tip and to do that, so do that. Next clip, we have Snakebite. He's currently at Whirlpool and it looks like Cloud9 is about to take this position from them. So what he does is he juggles the ball to a certain position, drops it to throw grenades and fights, but he also resets the ball. And this is all to guarantee that the enemy team in Cloud9 in this case doesn't simply take the ball and hold it in position that they had locked down. This forces them to go and grab the ball and have to bring it back to a power position, which buys time for Sentinels to respawn and maybe catch some of them in transition. All right, and another tip I just wanted to highlight Royal 2 here. He didn't hit his shock rifle shots, but he is quick peeking, and more importantly, even after he misses a few shots and gets damage done on him, so he's definitely lost that exchange, he doesn't overcommit, he doesn't over aggro, and he's really is letting his shields recharge. And again, the patience. Wait for your shot, wait for your opportunity, don't overcommit, and that leads to a double kill. All right, and in this next clip, we're gonna see how Royal 2 uses crouching. Doesn't really come into play too much here, but I wanted to talk about the mindset behind that and the idea. As you can see, every time he shoots, he's kind of crouching, he kind of crouches there, And that's simply to make him a harder target to hit. So if an enemy was looking back at him or tried to fire back, again, crouching here, he could have made an enemy miss because they're aiming head level, right? And then he crouches so their aim is like right above their head. Then maybe they miss a shot. Maybe they try to readjust so they aim down. But by that time he stood back up, hits them with a body shot. Doesn't always play out like that, but it definitely helps you get in that first shot and make sure that they don't get that first shot on you. And here I wanted to highlight an excellent play that Snakebite did. And this is really just about gathering information and how to approach the map. So Snakebite starts, knows that there was just an engagement here at C door, so he throws a grenade, kills the ball carrier, and instead of rushing for the ball, what he does is he actually looks for angles where he could actually get shot from first. And he sees somebody top gold window, manages to beat him out and push him away, so that's when he decides to go for oddball. But before that, checks top gold. Again, checking all the angles where he could get shot from first before committing to the objective. And then once he does that, he goes behind a pillar to make sure he's safe, the angle up there at attic, and then he starts going down the tunnel. Juggles the ball just to get out of that tunnel a little bit faster, and then he decides to stop at the door. Why? It's because he wanted to see if anyone was chasing him, if anyone was looking at him, maybe be a distraction for a second, and once he gets that information of getting shot in the back, he decides to push forward, and then gets on the box, takes top control, and again, starts looking around to be able to mark or make callouts for his team. Never being useless just because you have the objective. You know, you have another layer to play there. It's not just holding the ball. It's a lot deeper than that. And just like that, the Sentinels destroyed Cloud9 in the first game of the Halo Championship series. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be bringing you the next 3 matches in a video very soon, so make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, why don't you check out one of these videos with some awesome tips to help you get better in your own game.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.